Last lesson of Unit 5. We are going to wrap up our inequalities talk by graphing them in 2 dimensions with 2 variables. In other words, we're going to be using our good old friend, the coordinate grid, right? That guy up, yeah, it is right there. That is how this works. It's backwards from, anyway, that guy over there is what we're going to be graphing inequalities on. So we spent pretty much all of last 2 units graphing lines. So hopefully you're feeling pretty confident about those. We're just going to add some shading to those, really, is all we're going to do. So let's jump straight in with some examples. We're going to do example 1, and we are going to graph 3x minus y is less than 2. Okay. So, excuse me, just like in when we're graphing one of these and it's an equals, we want to put this in slope-intercept form or point-slope form or something that we can graph from easily, right? So we're going to solve this guy for y. That's going to be our first step. So to solve this guy for y, what we're going to do is we're going to subtract the 3x from both sides, right? I'm trying to get these done and my handwriting is suffering for it. I apologize. Let me slow down and actually write stuff that you can read. So these cancel, right? Trying to get these done and out for you guys, leaving us with negative y. Now that would be an easy thing to drop off and forget and not bring down, right? All right, but you got to make sure that negative, since that goes with y, it comes down too, because that'd be an easy mistake to make. Is less than, and remember we like to put the x term first, so is less than negative 3x plus 2. Right? So we got to get rid of that negative. So that's the last thing we're going to do. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to divide by negative 1 on both sides. Right? Those negative ones cancel. Now, when we divide both sides by a negative, we end up flipping the inequality, right? So it turns into y is greater than positive 3x minus 2. Now, to graph this thing, we're going to do it just pretty much, we're going to start the same way as if this was just a regular old line. So we're going to start with the y-intercept. So we're going to go down 2, and we're going to put a dot. And then we're going to count the slope. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3 over 1, right? If there's nothing there, it's an implied over 1, right? So up 3 over 1. And then we're going to connect those dots. But this time, instead of connecting these dots with a solid line, what we're going to do is we're going to connect those dots with a dotted line. That dotted line represents, and I don't have a good way to straight edge this on here, so I'm going to hope for the best. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just have big old huge dashes. So there to there and there to there. That works. That's fine. Actually, I could probably come back and go here and then erase out some little things. There you go. It's a dotted line. That'll work. You can actually just use your ruler and use dotted lines, all that kind of stuff. Probably is a faster way to do this in this program, but I don't know what that is. So there you go. Dash line for that one. Now, we also need to shade. So we got it now. This is really important. If you're going to get confused on these, the place where I've seen plenty of confusion is where you shade. Now, because a lot of times, and if you're going to get confused, it's because you're thinking left and right. When you're thinking of how to shade, you need to think above or below. Okay? And that's what we need to be thinking. We don't need to be thinking left and right, because if you're thinking left and right, you're going to end up shading wrong. So it's above or below, okay? Not left or right. So up and down, right? So if it's greater than, we're going to shade above the line, right? So we're going to shade up here. you know, I can use a larger brush, right? We're going to shade up over here. Right? I'm going to leave a little bit visible there so we can see the dashed line bit, right? Okay, so that is this graph. Let's do another example. Let me kill off all of that, and let's do one more to make sure we got all the things. I think you probably have guessed the one other thing that we're going to get out of this example, but just to be sure, excuse me, we're going to do it anyway just to make sure. Hiccups all of a sudden, just to make sure you've got it. So we are going to graph x plus 5y is less than or equal to 10. So we're going to subtract that 10 off. Actually, the 10 off. Subtract the x off, right? That cancels, leaving us with just 5y on the left side is less than negative x plus 10. And then we're going to divide that 5 off, right? We got to remember we divided on everything. So divide by 5, divide by 5. So, and also if there's nothing there, remember there's an implied 1 right there. So that's negative 1x, not just negative x. Okay, so we've got y is less than negative 1/5 x plus 2. Now, I forgot to bring down the equals, which is important because the difference there, and this is what I was thinking you probably already guessed, but instead of doing a dashed line, we do a solid line, and that's the main difference. So we're going to go up to the y-intercept of 2, and then we're going to go down 1 because it's negative, right? Because it's negative. Down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't have much room, so I'm going to go reverse both of those things. So I'm going to go up 1 and back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to connect those dots. And so I've got a line. It's easier for me to draw a straight line. You can go all the way across your whole axis. The reason I don't sometimes, it's easier for me to draw a straight line that way because of the type of thing I'm doing and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I do that sometimes. I don't know if y'all have even noticed that at all. So we're going to shade above or below. Now it's less than, right? So we're going to shade below, right? So we're going to shade below that solid line, right? So we're going to shade in all below, and there it is. Probably could shade all the way up to the line, but then you get, I know what I'll do. How about we go like this, and then, that should be working. Why is it not working? Whatever. You get the point. We're shading below the line because it's less than. We're doing a solid line because it's equal to. Other than that, we're just graphing lines. Hope you've enjoyed Unit 5, Inequalities. We'll hit Unit 6 next time. If you're one of my students, I'll see you in class. Do your homework, all the things. If you're not one of my students, check out emberlearninglabs.com to find out what else we're doing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.